Mike Flynn had pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI, become Robert Mueller's star witness and promised to tell all in a day of drama. Mueller's office had charged him with making false, fictitious, and fraudulent statements, an offense which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. Criminal information says he made false statements to the FBI just 4 days after Trump took office. He lied about what he had said to then-Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak, the information from the special counsel says. Disgraced three-star general's first bombshell is to say a senior Trump transition official ordered him to contact the Russians. A federal statement of offense identifies a very senior transition official who directed Flynn to try to derail a UN resolution. NBC News and CNN both reported that the official was Jared Kushner, putting the president's son-in-law in Mueller's crosshairs. Kushner was seen leaving his home on Friday amid speculation that he is in the departure lounge from the Trump White House. Flynn flipped amid mounting financial and emotional pressure, sources said, and made statement admitting doing wrong and speaking of his faith. Jared Kushner, President Donald Trump's son-in-law, directed Michael Flynn, then a Trump advisor, to contact Russian officials around December 22, NBC News reported on Friday, citing 2 people familiar with the matter. The order was to discuss a United Nations resolution on Israel, the broadcaster said. CNN made a similar claim. The stunning development puts Kushner directly in the crosshairs of Robert Mueller's probe, and comes after Flynn pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI in a deal which makes him the special counsel's star witness. A federal statement of offense against Flynn states that a very senior member of the Donald Trump transition team directed Flynn to reach out to foreign leaders about a UN resolution including Russia to find out where the leaders stood. Now that Kushner has been identified, the focus of the investigation moves even closer to Trump, from Flynn, a trusted aide who introduced Trump at campaign rallies and traveled with him, to Kushner, among his most trusted advisors who Trump brought into the White House. The 1799 Logan Act, which rarely features in prosecutions, makes it a federal crime to negotiate with foreign governments who have a dispute with the U.S., essentially stating that there can only be one president at a time. The information laid out by prosecutors against Flynn outline a series of conversations undertaken by Flynn to influence a UN security resolution about Israel during the final days of the Obama administration, when Kushner was a private citizen and real estate developer who became a close confidant and advisor to his father-in-law's presidential campaign. Kushner, now a senior White House advisor, is married to Ivanka Trump. Outside of any testimony Flynn may be able to provide, Kushner has other potential exposure, having failed to disclose numerous foreign contacts including with Russians on his SF-86 form, which was required to gain his security clearance. Flynn has promised to testify against Trump, against members of his family, and others in the White House, ABC News reported. Kushner's name emerged after a series of court documents disclosed that Flynn was told to speak to the Russians by a senior member of Trump's transition who was then at Mar-a-Lago. Flynn said he will provide full cooperation to special counsel Robert Mueller in his Russia probe after his stunning guilty plea in federal court Friday morning. My guilty plea and agreement